Hello everyone. Today on Migraine Rescue, we are going to talk about how your hormones could actually be causing your migraines. And I'm with my good friend Dr. Laura Bellis again today. And so this doesn't affect me so much from what I understand because men don't really have this issue. But there are a lot of migraine sufferers who find that they get their worst migraines or maybe their only migraines around some part of their menstrual cycle. I was wondering if you could elaborate a little bit on this.
Yes. So the main hormone that's affecting these menstrual migraines is estrogen. And this is the main hormone in women that goes way up right before their actual period and then drops on the first day or two of their cycle. So for women out there that experience the worst of their migraines kind of on day 1 or day 2 of their cycle, this is often because estrogen was too high prior and then just took a nosedive. And that's what's causing that pain.
So is this a normal fluctuation with all women that you're supposed to get a high and then a dump?
So you are supposed to increase estrogen and then decrease on day 1 or 2 of the cycle. But what a lot of women come in to me in private practice talking about is a lot of PMS symptoms and then of course a migraine on top of that, which means often too high estrogen to start.
Okay, so what do you think? I know this might be a really in-depth topic, but for our viewers, could be the reason to why they're getting this drastic change. Like, why are they getting so much estrogen and then dumping it really quickly?
Yeah, so actually there's 2 reasons. We'll kind of put the people into 2 potential buckets here just to simplify things. Too much estrogen or extra estrogen from our environment is a big thing, right? Plastics, pollutants in our environment, poor liver function, us not being able to clear our extra estrogen fast enough. And then the second bucket is too much stress causing low progesterone. That's the other female hormone that balances out estrogen.
Okay. Something I should have asked you before that just came to my mind was, how would somebody go about, is there a test you can do? Is there, because like maybe we have some viewers at home, they're like, wait, I do get migraines there, but I get migraines at other times. So what could someone do at home to find out if this is really their cause?
Yeah, that's a great question. Saliva testing is really valuable when it comes to hormones. I often recommend a patient to test their hormone levels in their saliva, so a very simple, easy test, on the days where they have most of their symptoms. So for many women, that's about 5 to 7 days before their cycle. If it's a migraine case, actually you can test your saliva sample on the day you're having the symptoms.
Can they get this test by themselves, or they have to go to a practitioner?
So these are practitioner in Canada, at least they are run through a practitioner, but you can get that test and then you have the information to do with whatever you choose. So very valuable as a starting place.
Okay, so once somebody, I guess, narrows down that this is their issue, what are some things that they can do to, well, before we get into like therapies that they can do, what are they doing? So you mentioned the plastics and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I guess some quick, simple solutions would be only use glass.
That's right. Stainless steel, anything that's not going to leach out.
Yeah.
That includes packing food, heating or reheating food, and also in our environments, right? What we're drinking from. There's a lot of off-gassing and a lot of chemicals that are in anything in our environment, in our homes. So minimizing those things.
So just to clarify, because you said heating, reheating food, that's only if it's done in a plastic.
That's right.
So if you heat something up on the stovetop, it's fine. Does a microwave matter if it's like in a glass jar?
Yeah, if it's in glass, fine, but a lot of glass containers will have plastic lids, so of course remove the plastic.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of products out there that say BPA free, but BPA is only one of several estrogen type chemicals.
I wanted to touch on that because I know a lot of people love their plastic water bottles and they might get the ones BPA free, but it doesn't. Okay. So let's say now that they recognize this as an issue, they're starting to get rid of everything that you just mentioned. What else can be done to get rid of these migraines? Is it possible to get rid of these migraines if that's the cause?
Well, once you know what the issue is, and this is why testing is so valuable, once you understand what the problem is, then we can work on phase 2, which is balancing those hormones out. And yes, it is possible to rebalance your hormones.
Okay. And is there any, I know with every individual case you want to see a practitioner, but right now at home, is there anything that they could start doing today if they feel that this is their issue that won't negatively affect them, but just easy, maybe supplementation or diet? Like, is there any foods they should be avoiding? Is there any foods that they should be eating?
Great point. Yeah. So in general, a detox using real food is very important. What that means is eating more of the produce, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, nuts, seeds, lean proteins, and less of the processed stuff, sugar, alcohol, caffeine.
Dairy, I think.
Dairy, yeah.
And is there any, like, I don't like to say that there should be like a one-off supplement you can take and your issues are solved, but is there anything on your mind that would be, start taking it now, it's only going to cause good changes?
The one thing that comes to mind, which would help women in both categories, either high estrogen or low progesterone, would be a really good quality activated B complex.
Okay.
But if they do have an extra estrogen problem, things like DIM, that's a wonderful supplement, even flaxseed, using ground flaxseed in a dietary way, just to kind of move them along towards rebalance is really important.
Okay. But in the end, you recommend it's better that they see somebody.
See somebody, but know the answer, know what's actually causing the symptoms in the first place. A lot of migraine sufferers will have things only occur during that menstrual time, and that's a really key component, that the estrogen or your hormones is the thing to blame.
Okay. So I think in summation, it's safe to say, if you want to make some of these changes, if you feel that you're in this profile, cut the plastics out, cut out the bad foods such as the dairy and the fats that you were talking about, the bad fats, the sugars and the alcohols, and maybe get some help from a licensed practitioner who can do the testing and make sure that you get the reason to why you're getting them, and this is actually your issue.
Exactly.